I'm already live. I thought I had to hit a button. That's crazy. Yeah, I just wanted to holler at y'all about the boy Drake, man. Crib getting shot up. It's been like a really doozy for the bro. He been just lost a battle with Kendrick, and I think that he pretty much lost the battle because he was putting out songs, but it just wasn't poignant. And then the internet is screaming that he put a statement out saying that he actually set things up, the stuff that Kendrick would be talking about, but Drake never actually showed proof of that. And whereas Kendrick came back and said the exact same thing, that he set this stuff up, a beef with Drake prior to now, and then he was able to prove that he actually did do that. Kendrick was able to show that he had a diss track about Drake months ago that they was tweeting about it. His manager was tweeting like the first lines of his rhymes for the Drake diss, the first diss track that jumped out there. And it's like really crazy that he actually was able to prove that he did that. So it's almost like Drake was lying, but maybe he wasn't lying. Maybe he is going to prove it within the next day or two. But before all that could happen, where this proof has to be proven that he claimed that he had put the information out that he had a baby prior to having that he had a baby prior to, he had a daughter. And Drake said he put that information out so that Kendrick could find it and rap about it. But there's no proof that Drake did that. Whereas Kendrick did prove that he actually did put out the information that he was going to be dissing Drake prior to now. So it's just really like one of those things that, Drake got to be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? When you at the top, they're going to drive reckless at you. I go through that as in the filmmaking game, even though, and in the music game, because you don't realize your level. That's the thing. And I think that Drake will definitely probably realize his level, but I don't think he realized his impact on the people outside of getting to his level. Like, it's other than that, you might realize your impact as far as the masses, the fans, the people watching it, but there's other levels to your impact. For instance, you might have an impact with family members. You might have an impact with your girl or your loved one. You might have an impact with your parents. You might have an impact with your kids. This is something that's going to affect you as well, but it might not necessarily be from popularity. You know what I'm saying? So Drake's situation is his impact from his friends, colleagues, and people who like be around him, other artists. So now he's like at the top, but it's like they ain't liking it. And Drake has been at the top like 15 years. So it's literally no stopping this guy. He's looking for a straight 20. So with Kendrick dropping all these diss tracks, and I think he won because that last one he dropped is like a pop song. You know what I'm saying? Meet the Grams was like so intellectually inclined as far as rapping go. Drake was like, at one point Drake said, "You better come with a quadruple entendre," but he was able to even come even deeper than that, and he was able to come up with a story where he with Meet the Grams where he talked as if he was talking to Drake children, even his kid that he claimed that kid that Drake got. You know what I'm saying? Drake obviously claimed he don't got this kid. So it really was a humdinger seeing all of this come down the pipeline on Drake and the fact that he can't beat Kendrick. Drake really did drop some dope songs. He dropped the first pop song, and they said they played like 10 times in a club. And he had to so. And then when Kendrick dropped his last one, he got DJ Mustard on there, which is a West Coast guy from the up north side. So it's like, okay, so Mustard claiming that he down with Drake, he down with Kendrick. We got to be really because he's from Cali, not from LA, but he from the up north area. And so now you got Kendrick coming at Drake. But before any of this stuff could even get ironed out or fixed, now Drake crib got shot up. And it was like last night. It's like a drive-by. Everybody claiming that it was a security guard who got shot, and it's like really crazy. It's like, damn, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like Drake out there really having a scenario. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they say his crib is not gated, but it's like in an area where it's not a lot of people could get to it, but you can drive down the street. But they were saying that he got security around him, and the houses that's next to him and around the area got cameras and all this stuff in there. So it's going to be a lot of investigating to figure out who are these people who shot at Drake's house. But it's in the midst of this beef, like it's right at the edge of this beef. So it's like, hey, you got a scenario, you got to kind of fight back, and it's in anything. I don't know if I know Drake probably is a little bit older than Kendrick, so then it probably look like that the younger artist is coming up at the big guy, and he ain't letting you off the hook. He like, yo, fuck that, And some of the beefs, some of the shit Drake was saying was dope, but Drake got a beef with a gang of niggas. He got Rick Ross. They say the Weeknd coming at him. It's a bunch of artists that was on that disc. Then it came out the Future that was on him. Metro Boomin, the beat maker nigga, was hating on him. So it's like he got a lot of people to contend with. And I look at it like when Jordan had to play against the basketball players in the NBA. He had to hoop against some real dope ass niggas who also got chosen by the NBA to be in the NBA. But he couldn't let none of that be something that scared him. And then you remember Jordan's story. He had a lot of times where the people was beating the shit out of him, coming to the rim. They was slapping him, cutting his arm, just doing everything to try to physically beat him up. So he went to the coach and was like, "Man, they fucking me up in there." And he was like, "Okay, you got to lift some weights and get stronger." And that's what Jordan had to do. So there's a little video montage of him in a little workout room, physically getting some more girth because he liked to come to the rim. He liked to go in pause. He liked to go up to the rim and dunk or layup, and that was what he liked to do. So people knew that, and they like, all right, when he come inside the rim, we're gonna knock his ass over. We're gonna fuck him up. We're gonna hit him upside the head, chop his fucking arm. So he gonna be like, God damn, I'm getting the hell beat out of me. So Jordan was able to be smart by getting physically girt. Then when he came to the rim, the guys was a little bit more scared to come up against him because he always had the unrelenting effect where he was going to come to the rim and try to dunk on you. But now he got physical body behind him. Now when he comes to the rim, he can knock your ass down. And he got speed on him, and he dunking with strength. You're going to get the fuck out the way. And so by doing that non-stop onslaught, they got the fuck out of Jordan way. And now you could look at everybody and say, oh, Jordan is the best ever. But if you pay attention to the game, them big motherfuckers was moving out the way because he was not going to come stop junking on them. And Drake got to do that same mentality. That motherfucker coming at me, you put out 55 motherfucking songs. You shut his ass down indefinitely. See, Drake got away with a good one the last time he had a beef. We had a beef with Pusha T. So he got away with that because Pusha T said this, that, and the third. And then the other guys that was kind of like people who Pusha T respect, they came to him and was like, don't be drinking, ooh, we getting money off this nigga. Lean back. He a real nigga. He said, I ain't back. I'm done. I ain't finna fuck around no more. Y'all go ahead. Y'all do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? Now he got a new beef on his hands. Ain't no win in this one. Ain't no win in this one. You have to come like a motherfucking boss and you got to shut these motherfuckers down. That's the only way to win any beef. Tickling the world talking about some, yeah, I said this and said that, and I put that out there, and y'all went for it, and I ain't got no baby, and I ain't no pedophile, because that was another thing that Kendrick did that was really the first time I ever heard that in rap. I'm gonna keep that real. That's the first time I ever heard that even being uttered in a rap song, that some other person is a pedophile. They don't even do that. Like, first of all, men don't play like that. Then also, other men know that men don't play like that, so no men play like that. So for Kendrick to say that, he literally crossed the line. Not the line of like towards females, but towards children. It's like, why would you even say that? I know it's a beef. I know you're trying to be demographying, but that was too crossing the line. I don't think Kendrick was cool for that. Then it's almost like when Drake see him, it's like, I gotta slap you in your fucking mouth for even putting that type of shit out there against me. That's disrespectful. Not even just to me, but to kids. You don't do that to kids. It's a rap beef. That means men against men. That means me and you, we could get into a fight. We can do what men do. It's almost like Kendrick Lamar scratched his face with nails. It's like, what the fuck would you do that for? Like, I'm in a fight and I gotta walk around with these fucking scratches in my damn face. I thought you was a man, nigga. That means punch me in my eye, bust my nose. But don't fucking scratch me with the nails. That doesn't seem like that's what Kendrick Lamar did. Because you don't put that out on the guy. It's not right. And unless you got accurate proof. But I don't think he had accurate proof. I think he was just saying some shit to be salacious. And it worked. He got everybody talking, you know what I'm saying? But, just on some man shit, you shouldn't even want a guy to have to even respond or defend that because it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's a different level to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the R word. That's not something you really want to put on somebody because it's harsh repercussions for that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I would have believed that Drake, he did come back and say some stuff like, if I was caught up in that, I would have been in jail by now. And da 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 da. But it was some bad shit. He got to hit Kendrick Lamar in his mouth. You got to punch that nigga in his face and be like, don't ever play with me like that. And you go back to the world and you tell them that was a lie. But Kendrick will never do that. And so that's, I think, why his house got shut up. Drake's house got shut up because it's almost like your house is in Los Angeles. You from Canada. So you're not really in LA like that. You might be, but you're not really gonna be in LA like that because you're gonna live in Canada. You got enough money to live back home. So you could fly here. And then if he got his own private planes and all that shit like they say he got, you don't have to really sit in no one state. You know what I'm saying? You can afford to just fly home, fly back, fly home, whatever you want to do. So I believe that those people in that area probably know that. You know what I'm saying? Like your backyard or your neighbors or people know around that if you made it to the mansion, they probably could see, you know what I'm saying, when you pulling up, you know what I'm saying? And they could tell he ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So to leave a message to him of threat or a message to him of gangsterism or yeah, you in a beef, but nigga, it's not over. You know, some kind of tough guy imagery that they want him to capture, then this is why his house will get shot up because he is in a beef that's nationwide, American. Is anybody can hear it. It's on the radio. It's on the fucking streams. So it's like anybody can hear it. It's not like a private thing. So you got so many people in the world. That's why I said saying something like he said was a little tough because now you got other people that can hear that and have their own ideals. I mean, it's a rap beef. So you know, it's not like you could limit what somebody could say or nothing like that. It's like that person has to have that on their own understanding. But I think Kendrick is young. He ain't really been like an old man. You know what I'm saying? He's in the industry, so he's not in the streets. You know what I'm saying? He probably knows street people, but he's not in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I just think he just talked about it like a pop word, or pop sounds, just to try to be salacious and make somebody think anything, if something, but just think anything so they can look at his song like his song had an impact. But you know, Drake really got to come back and swing hard, and I think he dropped that last song last night, but I don't think that was enough. By 2 nights ago, I don't think that was enough. I think he should continue. He got even at the end of that song, he said, "This is the end. I'm gonna go back to doing hits and blah blah blah." But it's like, okay, do that, and then Kendrick keep dropping songs, and then the summertime come and they make one of his songs like this summertime bling song, and then what? You got no defense. So that's why I say it would be behoove him to make sure he continues to push on the guy and make sure he step on his head. If you look at Jordan, he got a three-peat that first time, and then he quit basketball. And then he came back somehow, some way. He didn't bored, maybe he was too young. I'm coming back to basketball. When he got back in the game, if you remember well or can Google it, he won 3 more in a row because he knew what he can do, but he just had to get to that point. I think Drake know what he can do. I think Drake know what level he's at, but I think Drake got to push the needle. He got to stomp it. He got to be like, nah, you playing with me. You tried me. So since you tried me, this is what you get. And I think that would help Drake win any more battles that he ever come in to situations with, is if he dropped them songs on these people. These guys not like you. If they was like you, they would also be at the top level. So that means all you got to do is just do you on them, and they'll shut down. They already even after you because they don't feel like that they could get to that plateau. So they think that they're gonna dish you or pull you down to get there. Like one of the guys said, that was the 50 Cent method, but he came at Ja Rule. So the people still got that in their mind that could work. So you got to stump them out like fire, like at a campground. Like, oh, it's still lit, and then it's over. That's all. So that's all I got on that. Remember, hit y'all with some information, man. Thanks for listening and watching. When you've been on the playback on this, notice your boy Yusef2Times, Mother Brand Hood Films, and we out here.